Okay, this is actually a second attempt, so to speak, of continuing from the previous video. I managed about 12, 14 minutes previously, but then I ended up getting caught, lost my mace, got caught again and died, and then lost my mace and got killed shortly after again when I restarted, so technically the third attempt here. But I have learned a few things. Something that I was previously mentioning after we got the spectral matches was, why is she not using the Zippo lighter anymore? If you look into her inventory, she still has it. So I was pressing buttons randomly and I found out that you can press X to get the lighter out. You don't have to rely on the spectral matches, which I am very certain, but I will double check it when editing, that it was not mentioned when it was explaining about spectral matches. Similarly, you can press X to put the Zippo away and be back in the dark, which is very helpful. Downside, you cannot move while it happens, and it takes about a minute or a second or two to complete the animation. So it has happened that I was caught while I was putting the lighter away in the hallway because the monster spawned right next to me at that point. Very inopportune moment. Another thing I learned is that with Y you can strike the match, of course. Upside, while you are using the matches to open one of these thingies up, it doesn't get used, which is overall just very good. But that's not something I found out that was like that earlier. And, oh, 501. And just like with the Zippo, you can press Y and you stop the match. You can also switch between them easily, but, you know, that's just... Would have been very nice to mention that stuff while talking about spectral matches earlier, because, you know, spectral matches seem to be a finite thing, and I don't really like relying on that sort of stuff, especially since in this game you have to have some sort of light on you to pick up things. Also, I heard her walking around outside, so let's see. Should be fine now. Also, someone in the kitchen nearby making lots of noise. I'm sorry. Dishes are being put away. So, returning the classroom passwords I had. And reading this again between Miss Snow and Mr. Shin. And she's going to be in his homeroom later, so I'm gonna have to look at that. There was nothing over here. And chances are I'm going to be liking it going around outside in the hallways without any light source because it seems like a good idea. Also, I still want to go downstairs back into the medical area so that we can recheck the wax figures like we did previously. Just to ensure I don't miss things because I did them in the video where I died, and I heard her and then I got lost. Hang on. Also, for the breathing sequences, I am starting to say that using the D-pad is better than the analog stick, because there's just too high of a chance that the analog stick is going to misinterpret which direction you pushed, and then you fail the minigame and then you die. Also, dodge that, and Stalker. That's the upside with the monsters in this game. They all tend to have these specific spawn points, so once you know where they spawn, it's a bit easier to not get scared by them. It's, you know... I mean, even after the first scare in the first video, I didn't really get scared again, except when, like, the monster spawned right next to me in the second video. Was it in the first? No, it was in the second video. Two wax figures here appear to be locked in aggressive stances against each other. Isn't this Miss Na, the school nurse? The male figure's expression betrays a lack of desperation. He appears to be a foreigner, a memorous attached to his forehead. Sexual assault? Are you serious? You destroy both our reputations, and for what? I will not give in to this blackmail. Nobody in their right mind would believe you anyway. This is outrageous, James Mott. Mr. Mott, the school's headmaster, his family founded Sewa High. Also, I need to correct myself. I previously said in the previous video, that it was Miss No who had the rumors going on. Need to correct myself, it was Miss Na, the school nurse here. But it is correct that Miss No was getting, was resigning, stuff like that. That was mentioned previously. So, as said before, we have, here was a spectral match, that was a bandage, this is 501, that's the mace, and over here is some antidote. Now that I have that, I need to make it to the 3rd floor and open some of those rooms. First, we're gonna listen. Okay. Stalker. Ooh, just barely passed that. Oh, Stalker not here. So I need to, I need to go through the staff office again to make it to the 3rd floor. Or at the very least, I think I have to go to the middle floor. The middle stairway. Teacher's lounge. Locked door. Principal's office. She's gonna be here, isn't she? No? Okay. I am in class 3-3. First of the classrooms for whom I have the password to unlock. It's about time. I gotta go, Mr. Shin. Wait, Mr. Bong is recovering all the deleted files from Lee's laptop. Come with me to the computer lab, Miss Knoll. You are in deep now. I'm not sure about this, Mr. Shin. Trust me, you'll change your tune after you see what's on there, Miss Knoll. There must be something incriminating on that laptop. I wonder what it is. So now we have a reason to go into the computer lab, because previously when I went in there, all I got was a... she's coming down from the right. Was one of the torn pages. Which, speaking of... I still need to find 8 and 9 again. Keep walking. Spectral match. and class 3-1. The switch seems to activate something, but you notice no new activity in your area. I think she's approaching this area. That was the old storage room. Huh? I have the key, right? Ah, okay. Spectral match? First things first, over here. 9 out of 10. And I can't remember where I got the page 8 from. It's a work in progress, but you can open some of the files I have extracted. Mr. Bong. She's doing private teacher evaluations. What the hell is this? They make us look incompetent, Mr. Shin. I haven't found anything on Principal Lee yet, but check this out, Mr. Bong. She even has dirt on the headmaster. Something happened with the ex-school nurse? This is gonna be a total scandal, Mr. Shin. Principal Lee probably wants to blackmail the headmaster. We've got to find something on her, Bang, Miss No. See a lot of suspicious emails between her and various journalists, parents, and even her husband. Isn't he a member of the city council, Mr. Bang? Perfect. We already have enough to notify the media. I'll just take the laptop and sift through the rest at home, Miss No. No way. Principal Lee is going to get notified if you log in with a different IP. Email services are pretty secure these days, Mr. Bang. Then we need to do something before she notices the laptop's missing. How about leaving it in here until tomorrow? I'll send out everything to the media in the morning, Miss No. You better keep it in the biology and chemistry lab, Mr. Shin. Why, Miss No? You guys don't know this, but the headmaster has Seo under heavy surveillance. I found one of his hidden CCTVs in my lab. He removed it after I freaked out. He's going to be curious about what we found. The security guards are on his side, so it's only a matter of time before they come sniffing around for this laptop. I'm leaving an extra biology lab key here. Ask one of your students to bring the laptop down to the lab later. That will throw them off our trail, Mr. Shin. Wait, where are you going, Miss No? Principal Lee called. She thinks I'm on her side. I'll let you guys know if she mentions her missing laptop, Mr. Shin. Miss No must have been forced to resign by Principal Lee. This trio has a real vendetta against her now. Mr. Shin mentioned that he left his biology lab key here. I should have a look around. This must be the lab key. Oh, convenient keychains are convenient. You received the biology lab key. Also, I think when I reloaded, I didn't go into the left side, the other study rooms here. So I didn't, find the page there. I think that's where I found the page. Now that I'm thinking about it. Mineral water. Three 6 is completely blocked off. antidote. Small thing, but it's annoying that the grasping hands don't disappear completely if you get rid of them once, even if you don't take the item that they are hiding. My T-money card should be here. I could have sworn I left everything at my desk. Well, we know that Da Hyun took it. Or at the very least, her Shay did. So where is... I don't think I can get into... Was it in the headmaster's office? Can I even get in there? I don't remember. Can I? First things first. Gonna save. Let's see. I don't remember if I can go to the technology and home economics lab. I don't think I can. Shit. I was listening for her, but I didn't hear anything, so I thought I was fine. But I guess she just spawned there. Was it in the cafeteria? The paper? I don't think it was. I think it has to be in new areas where I haven't been to yet. So to speak, when I first was in here. In the school. I'm gonna go into the headmaster's office, which I don't think I can, but worth looking at. Yeah, that's completely boarded up. We shall convert the social science class to a technology and home economics lab. Seiwa High students must learn to appreciate practical survival skills like engineering, sewing, cooking, and craftwork. After all, shouldn't you at least be able to replace a light bulb? Headmaster Mott. Oh, isn't that something more that you learn at home? Okay. Can't do anything here yet, because I seem to need either a code or a key. Where did I see that paper? I need to switch my sitting position. Okay. Oh, I just heard a footstep. Ah. Yes. Okay, so I'm back to needing only 7 out of 10 again, like previously. So that's worth knowing. And now I can actually make my way towards the science lab. There's too much talking going on in this room. You can't really hear footsteps well. this class. I met Dahyun here on my first day at Seiwa High. Hey girls, get a load of this one. Well, is it just me or does the new class look like a bunch of middle schoolers? What, you got something to say, fresh meat? A fresh meat's place is to be seen, not heard. Haven't you figured that out yet? Don't you girls have a better place to haunt? Another one? She looks uppity. Guess she hasn't learned her place either. You girls thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, I'm thinking it's about time for her to meet the Claw. The Claw. Oh, Saved by the Bell. You fresh meats lucked out this time. Don't think we're gonna forget your ugly mugs yet. Hey, you okay? Yeah, they just caught me off guard. Don't sweat it, they're like messing with all the first years. Guess we're in this class together. I'm Dahyun Lee. Related to Principal Lee, or just Lee being a common Korean last name? I'm Mina Park. Saved by the Bell. Feels like it just happened yesterday. She really put her neck on the line for me that day. What was that shadow's purpose in sending me here, though? This is it. The first place we met. Check out the big brain on Mina! Ooh. That's a Pulp Fiction reference if I ever heard one. I heard it differently recently, but it was pretty good back then, too. I guess your memory doesn't completely resemble Swiss cheese after all. What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. This place, the Coma, it isn't right. And you're not yourself. Au contraire, it's the most right, babe. You want funny fake-ass bitches here. Well, until you arrive, that is. Maybe I can help remedy that issue. Anywho, I grow wary of this. Time to bounce. And try to not lose your card again, Butterfingers. You received the T-Money card. She's gone. I don't have time to worry about this right now. I gotta catch up with the asshole. Yes! 7 out of 10, my Exodus, sue me. In September, the news that UN forces retook Seoul vindicated our feelings. Despite these positive outcomes, we had received no correspondences from Suho. We assumed he was in Seoul with those same forces. Months turned to years as the fighting continued. My parents were grief-stricken, but life went on, hollow as it was. Hope was all we had left. In the early spring of 1953, I got into a serious argument with my mother. Looking back, I can't even remember what our fight was about. The sharp sting of her slap is still fresh in my memory. I waited until my parents fell asleep and, with emotions running high, hurriedly packed some belongings and fled into the night. And then she went back to Seoul, and then she met her brother, but he was already dead at the time, so that was not a good way to meet each other. So I have to go back to the 4th floor. I don't think, since I already made it through this area, so to speak, I don't think I need a... Oh, that's automatic, I think. Oh hey, I totally did that in time. Fuck you, bitch. So, I think her appearance there was automatic because Mina reacted, so to speak. Now, was it in the principal's office? I know that there was a mace in the medical center, but I'm wondering if there's one nearby on this floor that I can get without... Wait a minute. Oh, there's a new break in the staff office, so I can't use that to go to the higher floors anymore. That's interesting. Okay. I don't think there was a mace in the principal's room or the teacher's lounge. But I might as well check. There's money. Mace. Perfect. That means that if there's a point of return to the school and I need mace again, there is still the one in the medical center that I can get. If the medical center is actually a place that I can go to when I return, / if I return. Ah, okay, I do have to worm this way. Okay. So, back in this area. And I need to go down and make it to the... Also, there are now spectral thingies going around here. So, now that the things have actually changed here, I'm pretty sure 6 out of 10, 9, and 10 out of 10. I'm missing 3. So I do think I'm gonna give the police area another check through. I don't think there was anything in the cell blocks, because I went through there earlier. and nothing happened.